The Ascension of Enoch, the lost secret of ancient science. Chapter 1. The seventh generation. In the beginning of time, when the earth was young and the veil between heaven and earth was thin, there lived a man whose name echoed through the corridors of eternity. His name was Enoch, and he was the seventh from Adam, a number that would prove to be more significant than any mortal could comprehend. Born in the seventh generation, Enoch lived in an age when giants walked the earth, and the sons of God mingled with the daughters of men. The world pulsed with mysteries that modern science could barely fathom, where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms were as permeable as morning mist. Unlike his contemporaries who lived for 800, 900, or even nearly 1,000 years, Enoch's earthly journey would span exactly 365 years, a number that mirrors the days of our solar year, hinting at cosmic significance hidden in plain sight. Chapter 2. The Walking Man. And Enoch walked with God. These 5 simple words in ancient Hebrew contain multitudes of meaning that have puzzled theologians for millennia. But what does it truly mean to walk with the Creator of the universe? Enoch's walk was not a casual stroll through Eden's gardens. It was a deliberate, purposeful journey into the deepest mysteries of creation itself. While other men toiled in fields and built cities of stone, Enoch ventured into realms where mathematics became music, where geometry sang the songs of angels, and where the very fabric of space and time revealed its hidden architecture. Day after day, year after year, Enoch communed with the divine intelligence that orchestrated the dance of galaxies and the intricate ballet of subatomic particles. He learned the secret names of stars, the hidden properties of light, and the cosmic laws that would not be discovered by human science for thousands of years to come. In his 3 centuries of walking with God, Enoch became humanity's first theoretical physicist, astronomer, and quantum mystic, though he would have recognized none of these modern terms. To him, science and spirituality were one seamless reality, 2 faces of the same infinite coin. Chapter 3. The Ancient Scientist. What Enoch discovered during his divine tutorials would make Einstein weep with wonder and cause Stephen Hawking to abandon his wheelchair and dance. The antediluvian patriarch unlocked secrets that our most advanced civilizations are only beginning to glimpse. He learned that light was both wave and particle, 4,000 years before quantum physics would struggle to reconcile this paradox. He understood that time could bend and stretch like warm honey, that space could fold like origami, and that the universe consisted of dimensions beyond the 3 that constrained ordinary human perception. Enoch discovered that the heavens were not a solid dome studded with lights, as his contemporaries believed, but rather an infinite expanse containing billions upon billions of stars, each potentially warming worlds teeming with life. He gazed through divine revelation into the spiral arms of galaxies and witnessed the birth cries of newborn sons, the measurements of the temple that Solomon would build, the precise calculations of Noah's Ark, the mysterious properties of the Ark of the Covenant. All these blueprints of sacred geometry were first revealed to Enoch in his celestial classroom. Chapter 4. The Books of Secrets. But Enoch was not content to hoard this cosmic wisdom. Driven by an urgency he could not fully comprehend, he began to write. His hands, guided by divine inspiration, recorded visions that spanned from the foundation of the world to the end of ages. He wrote of the Watchers, those rebellious angels who descended from their heavenly posts to corrupt mankind with premature knowledge. Ironically, while these fallen beings introduced humanity to destructive technologies, weapons of war, cosmetics that bred vanity, and sorceries that darkened the soul, Enoch received pure knowledge that illuminated rather than corrupted. His books contained mathematical formulas that would not be rediscovered until the Renaissance. They described astronomical phenomena with accuracy that would astound modern NASA scientists. He wrote of the precise movements of celestial bodies, the true shape of the earth, and the mechanics of solar and lunar eclipses. Most remarkably, Enoch recorded detailed prophecies spanning thousands of years, predictions so precise that future generations would struggle to believe they were written before the events they described. He saw the rise and fall of empires, the coming of the Messiah, and the ultimate destiny of creation itself.
Chapter 5. The Translation. After 365 years of walking with God, something unprecedented occurred in human history. The biblical record states simply, "And Enoch was not, for God took him." But what really happened on that extraordinary day when a man stepped out of linear time and into eternity? According to ancient sources, Enoch was working in his study, surrounded by scrolls and tablets containing his accumulated wisdom, when a presence filled the room. Not the gentle presence he had known for centuries, but something more intense, more immediate. The air itself seemed to thicken with power. A voice, more felt than heard, whispered, "Your work here is complete. Come up higher." Enoch understood. His earthly mission, to preserve divine knowledge for future generations, had reached its culmination. But rather than experiencing death like every other human since Adam, Enoch was about to undergo the first recorded instance of human translation. His physical body began to change, vibrating at frequencies beyond the spectrum of normal matter. The atoms of his flesh took on qualities of light, becoming simultaneously more solid and more ethereal. He was being transformed from a being of 3 dimensions into something that could exist across multiple planes of reality. Chapter 6. Beyond the Veil. As Enoch ascended, he passed through what modern physicists might recognize as dimensional barriers. He traveled through realms where time moved backward, where thoughts became visible architecture, and where the music of the spheres played in colors beyond human perception. He witnessed the throne room of the Almighty, not a physical place, but a reality so fundamental that it served as the source code for all existence. Here, he understood finally why he had been chosen. Enoch would serve as humanity's eternal advocate, a man who had tasted both earthly existence and heavenly glory. But Enoch's ascension was not an escape from responsibility. It was a promotion to a higher form of service. From his position beyond time, he could see the entire timeline of human history laid out like a vast scroll. He watched civilizations rise and fall, witnessed the great flood that would cleanse the earth, and observed the coming of the promised Messiah, who would ultimately reconcile heaven and earth. Chapter 7. The Return. Ancient texts speak of Enoch's future return to earth, not as the frail mortal who once walked dusty paths, but as one of the 2 witnesses prophesied to appear in the final days of human history. Clothed in power that makes lightning seem dim, he will stand once again on earthly soil to bear testimony to the same God with whom he walked in humanity's dawn. The knowledge Enoch gained, the lost secrets of ancient science, remains hidden but not lost. Fragments of his wisdom surface occasionally in human consciousness, in the sudden insights of great scientists, in the mystical visions of prophets, in the mathematical elegance that underlies physical laws. Chapter 8. The Legacy. Today, as our telescopes peer into the depths of space and our particle accelerators probe the foundations of matter, we are rediscovering truths that Enoch knew by divine revelation. The unified field theory that eludes our greatest minds, the grand theory of everything that would reconcile quantum mechanics with general relativity. These may be echoes of the science that Enoch learned in his 3-century classroom with the Creator. String theory's multiple dimensions, quantum entanglement's mysterious connections across space, the fine-tuning of universal constants that allows life to exist. All these modern discoveries might have been familiar concepts to the 7th patriarch who walked with God. Epilogue. The Eternal Walk. Enoch's story is not merely ancient history, it is a template for human potential. In a universe where consciousness and cosmos interweave, where spirit and science dance together, where the boundaries between known and unknown grow thinner with each passing day, Enoch represents what humanity might become when we learn to walk in harmony with the divine intelligence that breathes life into equations and sets galaxies spinning. The ascension of Enoch reminds us that there are realities beyond our current understanding, sciences beyond our present knowledge, and possibilities beyond our wildest imagination. In the space between faith and physics, between revelation and research, between ancient wisdom and future discovery, the footprints of Enoch's eternal walk continue to light the way. For those who have eyes to see and hearts to understand, the lost secret of ancient science was never really lost at all. It walks among us still, waiting for humanity to take its next step into the infinite mystery where Enoch dwells, where time bends like light, and where the greatest discoveries are yet to be made. The seventh from Adam continues his walk, not on earthly paths, but in the corridors of eternity, holding the keys to mysteries that will unlock the future of human consciousness itself. And perhaps, when our science finally catches up to our spirits, we too will understand what it truly means to walk with God. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found because God had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony, that he pleased God. Hebrews 11 verse 5.